Kia ora koutou. We are on to lesson 2 of mechanics today, which is speed 2. Yesterday we looked at what is speed and how to calculate speed using distance and time. So today we're going to look more at that and practicing that, and also how to rearrange that formula. So you will often see in physics that the formulas or the equations come in little triangles like this. So we learned yesterday that speed equals distance divided by time, which is this middle equation here. But the formula can also be represented as a triangle with distance at the top and time and speed on the bottom. This is because most of the formulas that we use in this paper, and also really at level 2 and level 3, a lot of them only have 3 variables. So as long as you know 2 of those variables, you can calculate the other one that you don't know. You just have to do some rearranging, like in algebra. So to use a formula triangle, you cover up the variable you are trying to find. So if I wanted to find time, I would cover up time. Whatever is left is what you're going to calculate. So if the variable at the top is still there, that means you're going to do a division. So I'm going to do distance divided by speed to get time. Same with speed. If I want to find speed, I cover that up and I'm left with distance over time. If I cover up distance and I cover up the top of the triangle, I'm left with the 2 things on the bottom, which in this case is time and speed. When just those 2 at the bottom are left, that is when you do a multiplication. So in this case, distance equals time times speed, or multiplied by speed. We're going to practice that heaps, and it's going to come up over and over again. See your teacher if you need help explaining it with an example, but hopefully you have done some practice in maths on rearranging algebraic equations. Okay, there is a video here to watch as well if you want to go back and watch that. We're not going to watch it right now. And here's an example of those calculations. So an example of a question you might get in the exam is calculate speed if you travel 130 kilometers in 2 hours and 40 minutes. I hope that's 2 hours because I can't actually see it under my recording bar. So I'm going to write my formula first. So I cover up speed in the triangle, so I know I'm doing distance divided by time. So I write that first, speed equals distance divided by time. Then I'm going to write in my numbers from my question. So I've got 130 kilometers. Put that in there, that's easy. You don't have to, and you don't usually write the units in your equation because it gets quite messy, but at the start while we're still practicing, it's a good idea so that you don't forget what unit you're going to use at the end. Okay, divided by time. So I have got 2 hours, 40 minutes. That's a combination of 2 different units, so I need to convert it all into minutes. So 2 hours is 2 times 60 minutes, so that's 120 minutes, plus 40. So that's how I get this 160. 160 minutes, and I want it to go to kilometers per hour, so I'm going to divide it by 60 to get my decimal of how many hours it is. So 160 divided by 60 is 2.67 hours. So this is when I do my final division, and when I do that in my calculator, I get 48.7 kilometers per hour. If you didn't do this division here, divided by 60, you would end up with kilometers per minute. I don't know if you would get points for that in the exam. I don't think that they're going to bring it up, but just in case. So if you forget how to do that, just use whatever unit is in the question. Okay, if they ask you to find time, cover up time in your triangle, you're left with distance over speed. So distance divided by speed. Put your numbers in, 30 kilometers divided by speed, so it's already in kilometers per hour, so that's easy. 30 divided by 105. What have I done here? I think that this is the answer. 30 divided by 105 is this. It's because it's a funny number and we don't really know what 0.286 hours is. So that's why I times it by 60 to get the number of minutes. So it turns out to be 17.2 minutes. Sorry about that. I forgot what I did there. I did this a long time ago. Okay, and last example is to calculate distance. So I cover up distance in my triangle. I'm left with time and speed at the bottom, so I know that it's a multiplication. I'm given the time is 10 seconds and the speed is 30 meters per second. So I just times them together and I get 300 meters. Okay, hopefully that helped. We have got lots of practice questions on your daily work schedule, or see your teacher if you need extra explanation.